Peterborough's community radio station, Salaam Radio, 106.2 FM.
Welcome back to the Tech Factor. You're listening to Akil, Joel and Fasil live on Salaam Radio 106.2 FM. We were just discussing subscriptions. Have you got a subscription that you'd like to share with us that you're not willing to cancel or you want to defend it? Let us know. Call us on 017 602 133 or text the show on 07 411 191 062. Now, would you say, Faisal, that there's lots of people out there who probably don't realise they're actually out of contract?
Most people. That's whether you're with your utilities provider or mobile or anything, really. I think it's just you just get used to it and you forget about it, and as long as it's working, it's working.
Yeah, and I think with that, you kind of lose the power, the bargaining power, don't you? That you have if you wanted to either renew with the current provider or go elsewhere because of the deals that are out there. And I think you mentioned something there about earlier on as well about utilities. In the utilities now, mobile and and broadband and so on. There's so many companies out there enticing you for your business. Really, you should be looking at your contract and thinking, is this still serving? Yes, it's working, but am I getting value, additional value, if I went elsewhere? I mean, if you look at banks, for example, they're paying you to switch accounts, and with broadband providers, they'll give you additional equipment. They may give you an extra line, and with myself, like I mentioned about having that 4G, dongle, that was part of the deal. Others are saying they'll literally cut the bill in half depending on your usage. So there's so many deals out there, but in terms of practical steps, Joel, what can somebody do, to look at their contracts on a regular basis and really look out for things on their bill which may have things like a premium service or a roaming bundle or something that they're not aware of?
Yeah, I think that it's banking apps and that can help nowadays with things. A couple of my banking apps you can actually browse by services and subscriptions and different things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Again, it can really streamline to see what sort of where your money's going and what's going on with it, sort of thing. I try to set up my subscriptions using sort of PayPal, and again that gives me the ability to sort of itemize what expenses are going out each month, where they're going to, do I still need them, who are they, and that kind of thing. So.
Oh, that's really, really good. So essentially what you're saying, I guess then is, do like a leak test where you're looking for repeating monthly payments. Anything you haven't used for the last 30 days, just cancel it. And if you truly miss it, resubscribe. But most of the time you won't. Would you say, Faisal?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what I try to do personally is I've got, for example, in the App Store, there's a thing which shows you all your subscriptions, and you can see, what you're paying for, and then you can just cancel them straight away. And like Joel mentioned, you got banking apps, or you got Google Wallet, I think does similar sort of thing. So it's just a matter of keeping an eye on it and seeing what are you actually using. Just review it every 6 months or so.
Okay, so then taking away both of what you're saying really here is have a habit in doing what we call a subscription sweep. Once a month, couple of minutes, go through your subscriptions, turn on your spend notifications. Your bank may be the first app that actually informs you, by the way, you're spending money on this or whatever it may be. You don't need to be a tech expert. You just need a system.
You absolutely do. And I think that you've got to be, so again, just before the break, we talked about the fact that, I looked at Ground News and I was just like, what, I don't want to take on another subscription. The other thing that I've also looked at, towards the end of last year as well, was audiobooks. I want to be more involved with listening to audiobooks, fiction and factual and that kind of thing. And I was looking at them and I was like, it's another subscription. I don't want to take on another subscription. So do you know what I ended up doing? I ended up getting a library card.
Wow.
Yeah, completely free. Yeah, and I can listen to audiobooks through the through the library app. Cambridge City Council Library, and they've got free audiobooks on there, and you just need to register for a free library card. So straight away I was just like, that's a subscription saved. Thanks very much.
That is brilliant.
I didn't know that.
Nor did I. Right, we'll be dealing with that after this show for sure.
If you're not too fussy about what you want to listen to, they've got couple of thousand audiobooks on there, and you can just pick and choose whatever you want. Listen to some
Awesome.
brilliant
That
books.
phase is thinking, right, that's a subscription that's getting cancelled tonight. Okay, thanks very much for that, gentlemen. Appreciate your
I
input.
was going to suggest one more thing,
Go
but
for
I
it,
don't
go
know.
for it.
I don't know if it's the right thing. You get these subscription apps which scan all your subscriptions,
Oh, okay.
and then
Do you have to
but then-
subscribe to that app as well?
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Money.
Yeah, definitely finishing on that. That's fantastic. Well done. Okay, it's time for cool tech stories of the week. This is where Joel and Faisal delight us with what's been fascinating them, and they want to share with us. So, do you want to start with Faiz?
Okay, yeah, I'll start off with wearables. So, wearables are swinging back with no screens.
Ooh.
So less screen and more coaching. And there's a device called the Lunar Band. It's screen-free fitness, and it leans on your voice. So you can use Siri as a way of logging and guidance. It's an alternative. I don't know if you've heard of Whoop devices. So they're subscription-based, whereas this is no subscription.
Just one-off payment.
Just a one-off payment.
Is it
yeah.
a band as well?
Yeah, exactly
Okay.
the same thing, yeah. And I've not tried that particular one, but I'm going to definitely check that out. And the question is, would you wear a wearable device which has no screen?
Yes, so I can tell you, I had the Samsung Ring,
Yes.
and that was actually quite cool. I didn't need a smartwatch.
Yeah.
So I've been speaking to some people recently as well, and they're saying they're actually putting down their smartwatches, and they're just wearing rings.
You kind of have more commitment with your smartwatch, because there's always a portion of the day that you're without it, because you have to charge it. You know, I find that mine needs a little charge every day, not for very long, but yeah. And I think that sometimes for more sort of dressy situations as well, some smartwatches can look a bit, you know, like toys, and they're not as smart as having a nice watch on your wrist.
I agree. So have you seen, sometimes we see award ceremonies and you'll see somebody dressed up really looking fantastic, and then you see the Apple Watch and they haven't even got a decent band on as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, really?
Yeah.
You'd wear that to that? It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't quite just, yeah.
Even if you were to put on a different band, what you're saying is that traditional, you know, face, the craftsmanship should be on show. Of course, we know Joel has every type of amazing Patek Philippe watch. He's got, you know, am I letting out your secret? Am I not? Okay, we'll just keep that secret. Joel, moving on to yourself. What do you have?
Okay, so this is a personal product that I've actually paid my own money for.
A Jacob & Co. watch?
No, sadly not. Sadly not. So this is a digital telescope from a company called Dwarf Labs, and it's a Dwarf 3 digital telescope. And
Make a note of that.
it's basically like your phone's camera, but like on steroids.
What?
Yeah, so this thing hasn't got a screen. It's one-off payment, no subscription service. It creates a little Wi-Fi network that you use your phone to connect to it, and it will take, you know, time lapse. It'll take deep space photos of nebulas and galaxies and things like that, which is one thing I'm building up to. But it is like I said, you connect to it from your camera, and it is easy to use. I've taken pictures of the sun and the moon with it and all sorts of things, and it flatters the user, and it is just a great bit of technology that I've recently just brought into my life. Yeah, it's really, really good.
And Face is already gone.
Is,
I don't know if you heard,
is it
I heard
expensive?
Yeah.
It isn't actually.
Okay.
Compared to your Jacob & Co. watch.
Like compared to telescopes.
Relative to a decent telescope
Okay,
setup
okay.
that will take like deep space photos and moves and tracks stars by itself and all that kind of stuff, it's like a quarter of or an eighth of the price of a decent telescope setup. A digital telescope, it's
Did you note this down?
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. Furiously just tapping away. Oh, I need to look into this. This is brilliant. Well done, Joel.
Yeah, it's really
and on the subject, what's your favourite image you've taken, or what have you seen? Share something.
Well, so at the moment, yeah, so full moon through the night, got some good images of that. I've got images of the sun when that's been out sort of recently. I've got some fantastic timelines. One of my favourite things is when you see these sort of big jumbo jets coming over, 35,000 feet and stuff, the telescope itself actually has like an auto tracker on it. So when you see it coming into view, you can just click on I track this plane, and it keeps it in frame.
Oh, that
as
is
it flies
so
over.
cool.
I'll show you some videos. I'll show you some videos
cool.
when we're off air. It's so good.
Are you going to be one of those guys? Have you seen? Faisal, I don't know if you've seen it. There's this video, there's this channel on YouTube, and these guys plane watch Heathrow.
Yes, I'm watching it this morning because of the wind, because of the storm.
Yeah,
love it.
That's you, isn't it? That's going to be you.
Oh,
Eventually,
I
you'll be
think
there.
yeah.
We did we just sat there with a little kebab and just getting it all to track.
I've had it about a week, and already it's flattering me as a photographer.
Sounds like a lot of fun, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Faisal, what do you have next?
Robot vacuums have always been defeated by one thing. What do you think that is?
Heavy items, big items.
All right, okay, those as well. But the one I'm thinking about is stairs.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So Roborock showed the Saros Rover. It's like a wheel with a leg, and it can go upstairs.
Whoa.
It can climb
Sounds
stairs
creepy.
and clean them, which is either the greatest home gadget upgrade in years, or it's the start of appliances learning parkour.
Oh my god, that's funny. I don't know how I'd feel about that though. Can you imagine you're at the top of your stairs and all of a sudden this gadget's walking up the stairs? You're like, what is going on? Am I in a Tron movie or something? What is going on?
Right.
That's quite good. Is it out? Is it available?
They demoed it, but the question I've got for you is, what would impress you more? A stair climbing vac,
Yeah.
or a robot that loads the dishwasher?
Oh, the stair climbing back.
Yeah, I think that'd be more useful.
Yeah, I'll tell you why as well. It's because it's the unexpected. We've never seen it. We've seen, these robots, cleaning toilets and folding clothes and so on. So they're doing these chores. But that, I know it's a chore, but nevertheless, the robot climbing your house stairs is mind blowing. Because you're like, oh my god, all it's missing is the top half. Although, did you see that humanoid that came out last year? You have to be super rich to buy it. And in the demo, it looked like it could do all this stuff, but then it really couldn't do all this other stuff.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of a,
that was scary, and that's what you've just shared there. To me, that's up there. Can you imagine, like your son or daughter, playing around, all of a sudden this robot comes there, like, and then just kick it back down the stairs.
If we were doing our shows, that was worth an entire show by itself, because that was, I don't know, there was just so much weird stuff about it, because it claimed to do all of this stuff, and yet, did you hear? It was basically a guy in the next room,
that's right,
controlling it by VR.
Yeah.
And they were just like, it can't actually do any of that at the moment.
We will do this.
Oh,
we're going to we're going to discuss this properly in a couple of shows' time. Joel, what have you got next?
So I've got some cybersecurity stuff.
Oh my god! Sorry to pause you, Joel. Forgive me. Look at that.
That is crazy.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks really cool. But it reminds those dogs, the robo dogs.
Yeah.
See, that would freak me out. Now that you show me, it's far more. Wow. Okay, sorry, Joel. Please go ahead.
I was going to say I've got some cybersecurity news to catch up on. So, final reports of the 2025 ransomware attack against Jaguar Land Rover revealed that it has cost the is the most economical damaging cyber event to ever happen in UK history.
Wow.
In a 5-week production halt has resulted in a 1.9 billion loss.
Ooh. Wow.
They are using it as a case study for a systemic loss where a single breach in a supply chain can destabilize a national economic markets. So that's the UK. That's what the UK has lost.
Yeah.
Not just Jaguar Land Rover themselves as a company. That is actual economical loss for the UK, 1.9 billion.
Staggering, isn't it, really, when you think of the numbers? And I think, the other thing that was quite staggering as well is, and I know you know this because you're an expert in this field, is just the sheer amount of companies that still are not taking this seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you get found out, don't you? And this is exactly what's happened. If you don't have the measures in place, you can't defend your data, you can't defend your ecosystem, and all of a sudden your business is on its knees. You have to take cyber seriously. The world's moved on. And even more so now when we're using AI, we're literally asking it, can you do this? You are a hacker. Do this. So it's like that outsourced hacking is now being done by AI. So, you need to have a defense in place or you will get found out, like you just mentioned. Thanks for that, Joel. What do you have next, Faisal?
Next one's pretty cool. I think I'd probably use it. It's a luxury robotaxi that's being tested now, aiming to launch in 2026, and that's a collaboration between Uber and Lucid and another company, Neuro.
Wow.
And basically, they've shown off a production intent robotaxi built with those platforms, with an Uber-designed cabin experience, and they say autonomous road testing started in November already.
In this country? Or in the States?
I think this, I didn't check.
It's probably in the States.
Yeah,
they're
but
quite more liberal than us.
but they are talking about having robo-taxis in London this year.
Yes, that's right.
So I don't know exactly if that is particularly related to this. But they're talking about luxury cabin experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So then obviously for Joel, he's going to enjoy that. He's going to be moving his telescope. Like, what is it? Is it a telescope?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a telescope. Okay. All right. Thanks for that. That sounds brilliant. Now, I'll tell you something about Faisal. He, I think a long time ago, he had a discussion with some taxi drivers in Peterborough, and he told them, your jobs will be obsolete in the future, and they laughed at him. And I tell you what, this has happened far quicker than anyone could have imagined.
Oh, absolutely! It's gone so quickly, the technology. I've seen some videos about the kind of thing that that Faisal's discussing there, and it's just insane. Yeah, how capable they are, how they can negotiate traffic, and there's no need to maybe have a driver in there. So
oh my God, people need to upskill, don't they, as much as they possibly can. What have you got next, Joel?
Okay, so this is more security news. So Microsoft Teams is about to have a significant update, January the 12th, 2026, so in a few days. And it is following a surge in deepfake-enabled social engineering attacks over the Christmas period. And they will be issuing a major security enforcement. And essentially the key details are Microsoft will automatically enable protections against weaponizable file types, such as malicious URLs, for all Teams tenants using the default settings.
Oh, wow.
And it matters because it's a big shift in their platform to secure by default model, which is intended to protect smaller organizations and may not have dedicated IT staff to manually configure complex security layers against the 2026 era of phishing and deepfakes and malicious.
They've had to do it. They've had the
malicious attacks via Teams.
Yeah, they've had to do it. I mean, that's the Apple model, isn't it?
Secure by default. Yeah.
By design, privacy by design.
Yeah.
And security. I mean, do you recall when that Israeli firm, it's the FBI originally wanted them to open up the iPhone. I think it was some terrorist, or I might be wrong.
Celebrate, I think.
Yes, and then they wouldn't do it, and then an Israeli firm managed to crack it and get in, and it's security by design. And we could say more on that in the future, no doubt. What have you got next, Faisal?
I've got it's a fun one actually. It's IKEA have done the unthinkable. They've launched a tiny cube Bluetooth speaker for about €10 or £8. And the fun bit is you can pair up to 100 of them.
What? Wow. Wow.
So it's one of those, we're saying that you don't want any subscriptions, but it's one of those ultimate harmless impulse buys that can accidentally become a full-blown house party sound system.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
So cool. What you do, you set it all up, right? And you don't tell whoever, you're in a, like here, we don't tell anybody. And then we just play something. Oh, my God. I'm going to have a look at that. Thank you. Is that available now?
Yes, that's available.
I'll be there tomorrow.
But the question is, would you want one proper speaker, or would you rather have lots of little?
I'd have a 100 paired.
That would be crazy.
Seriously, 100 paired. And then
I would £1,000.
Yeah, £1,000. It's nothing compared to what Joel's watch is. And then we'll have a microphone. I just want to use it. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet, but I want to use it. I probably want to be like the fat controller from Thomas the Tank Engine and just call people to the platform. Yeah.
I think what comes into my mind is, you remember that scene where Marty's got that guitar connected to that amp, and he's got those massive speakers.
Yes. Wow. Oh wow. Okay, you win on that one. Okay, we're fast approaching content quiz. Can I have another story from you, please, Joel?
Yes, so there is a new ransomware coming out called Prompt Lock. It is one of the first agentic AI pieces of ransomware to hit the market. So if you don't know what agentic AI means, it's basically AI that that performs tasks in software or autonomously. Yeah, so lots of major platforms are moving to some sort of agentic AI with them built in, especially things like CRMs and things like that. So again, you set up your agentic AI to perform such and such task. If a lead comes into your sales funnel, it can then do various things on your behalf, like update customer records if a call come in. So now lots of software are using this. Well, this is one of the first pieces of ransomware to sort of try to target that layer of integration in software.
So as technology is developed and moved on, so is the bad guys.
Yeah. So basically how it works is instead of just encrypting files like traditional ransomware does, what this malware does is it actually uses prompt injection to hijack the AI agents that are used by customers in customer service and data processing software.
Okay, it's bad, but that's smart.
Yeah, there's a lot of phone systems now. I know a few companies are using a Salesforce with Rocket Phone, and Rocket Phone's answering all the calls. So potentially something like that could just make loads of calls and try lots of things with the AI phone system.
So what this is doing is it's forcing companies to own AI and exfiltrate data, locks users out of their own systems, bypassing traditional firewall defenses, and looks for malicious code rather than malicious instructions.
Someone's put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah, and
no doubt.
if they can get into a phone system, like Fasil said, then they can start making their scam calls, from your system potentially, and
Absolutely.
that kind of stuff, and
We will
customer
do that.
records, customer data.
We will cover the scam element in a future show. Right, it's time. Quantum quiz! Quantum quiz! See, as you can tell, our jingle has carried on from 2025 into 2026.
I mean, budget unlimited.
Unlimited budget. What can I say? But we have to say, this is not a quiz. This is a pressure test. Joel versus Faisal. No Googling. No thinking out loud. Quick answers only. You know the rules. I ask, you answer instantly. If you hesitate, I count you as fear. If you waffle, I'll cut your mic and replace you with a calculator.
It's just 5 minutes of embarrassment.
Oh dear. So, Joel, are you going to do the time for me?
Yeah, hang on.
It's only because I actually trust you.
How are we doing this? The same way?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to change it a little bit today. Okay. So just bear with me a second.
Let me just see if my phone's got a stopwatch.
What? Of course it does. How can you say that?
All right, yeah, it has, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Samsung Power.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. So this time around, it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to ask you a first person a question, then I'm going to go to the next person, okay? So it's not going to be that one person under pressure like Joel. We're just going to try this in 2026. Okay, so I'll start off with Joel, then I'll go to Faisal, okay?
With a different question?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I've got you.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go. What does AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence.
What does USB stand for?
Universal Serial Bus.
Incognito mode makes you anonymous online. True or false?
False.
What does OS stand for?
Operating system.
Which is safer, reusing one password everywhere or using unique passwords?
Unique passwords.
What does VPN stand for?
Virtual private network.
What is phishing?
People sending you emails that try to get something from you.
Yeah, I'll take that. What does SMS stand for?
Short message service.
A QR code can be dangerous if it links to a fake site. True or false?
True.
What does PDF stand for?
Portable document format.
Correct.
Whoa.
Whoa, name
good.
one thing. Oh, wow. Name one thing you should enable on important accounts for extra security.
Multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, I'll take that. What does 2FA stand for?
Two-factor authentication.
What's the safest move if your bank calls you asking for codes?
You don't talk to them and you hang up and call a number that you know the bank uses.
Spot on. True or false? App permissions should be checked sometimes.
False.
True. Which is generally safer for app downloads? Official App Store or random website link?
Official App Store.
What does URL stand for?
Uniform Resource Locator.
What's a password manager?
It's somewhere that you can randomize and store your passwords.
True or false? Public charging ports can be risky.
False.
It's true.
Charging ports?
Name one sign an email might be a scam.
Comes from a unknown sender and has a level of urgency to it.
Correct. What's cloud storage?
Storage in the cloud.
Storage.
Give me something better than that.
Storage on someone
What are you
else's.
doing? Just switch the words around.
Storage on someone else's
Just
PC.
switch the words around.
How long are we doing this for? We've been 2 minutes so
It's
far.
fine. Come on. It's got too long. You're link. Could be
It's
something.
storage that's not stored locally, stored
Correct.
elsewhere.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. If I can't breathe, if your phone is stolen, what's the first security thing you hope you already have enabled?
Remote lock and wipe.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, if my phone's stolen, I want to remote lock it and wipe it.
Okay, so you wouldn't have it screen lock, Face ID, fingerprint, or pin.
Oh, already on it? Yeah, the standard feature.
No, I'll let
But
you
that's
have
just
that.
to keep people know out of it.
What does Bluetooth mainly do?
It connects devices up to 10 meters wirelessly.
Brilliant. What does update your apps usually help with?
Keeping them secure.
True or false? Clicking "Remember Me" on a public computer is a good idea.
No, false.
What is spam?
It's unwanted mail.
What's the main job of an antivirus app?
To prevent viruses from being downloaded or installed.
Correct. What does mute a WhatsApp group do?
Temporarily stops notifications.
True or false? Free apps can still cost you in data privacy.
True.
If a site starts with HTTPS, what does the S mean?
Secure.
What does RAM roughly affect on a phone or laptop?
What does what?
What does RAM roughly affect on a phone or laptop?
The amount of apps you can run.
Perfect. Okay, I'm running out of time. Joel, you're the winner. How does it feel? 2026, first show back. You've done it again.
1-0, love it.
Fantastic. Thank you, gentlemen, for your company. First show of 2026 done. You can rewind on YouTube. We'll see you back on the Tech Factor in a couple of weeks' time.
Stay tuned to Salaam Radio after this short ad break.
Craving authentic Desi flavors? Look no further than Desi Restaurant.